It's officially 3:33 p.m. and we are off the clock. Welcome back to The Girls That Get It, where we navigate entrepreneurship through the quadrant fit theory. I'm Shakila, aka Kai.
I'm DJ Junius.
And I'm Ashby Hunt.
And we are back for episode 26 in our Barbie pink 20 face.
No clue. That.
Wrap it up, okay?
20,
give it a rest.
26.
26.
You know you're looking for
you
me
went
in my
Barbie
Spanish.
pink and then you went 26 and I didn't know where we was going. I'm like, are we like...
You know, Deshae always talking about my
Rosa.
Spanish. She knows that I'm bilingual.
No, I don't. I don't think you know that you're bilingual. I know you make a lot of noise. You know
Sound effects.
You make sound effects.
I'm bilingual. She's a hater. And then let's talk about her comment
What?
last week.
About
What was the comment?
Her comment, Ashley and Shakila are my biggest haters.
It's the complete opposite. It's actually the complete opposite.
I thought that was pretty hilarious.
I thought I'd get y'all riled up off of that one.
Yes.
They be coming for me and I don't be knowing what they talking about.
I never know.
So we, as you can see, we're in our Barbie pink. We're celebrating the release of the Barbie movie only because of Issa Rae.
Because it's on trend. It
Only
is
because
on
of Issa
trend.
Rae.
It's on trend.
Trying to get
It's
this
on
pink
trend.
off.
Exactly.
So get in the algorithm.
Right.
Pink algorithm.
I'm telling you.
Light us up, y'all.
Light us up.
Like, comment, subscribe,
I'm telling you.
repost.
Yes.
Share,
Yes.
please.
So have you guys seen the Barbie movie as of yet?
I've seen it. I saw it
Tell us about it.
the weekend, the premiere
right?
weekend. Yeah, opening weekend. It was really good. It was, okay, let me not say it was really good. That was a stretch.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff from my childhood I've like blocked out. So even though I was like, I had the Barbie car.
Yeah,
and I had
the
the Barbie
house.
houses. It was so long ago. I really don't remember
The details.
that part of my life. So but anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to go see it. It was really cute. It was like the last time I think I dressed up for something was probably Sex in the City.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
was fun.
yeah.
Like being able to dress up and go see it. So it was a great movie. In regards to the message, it just felt like the message has been done.
What was the
if
message?
that makes any sense. It was just like Barbie can be Barbie is every woman. She can do anything. Everything in Barbie land is like they are the government, they are the construction workers, they are everything.
How did our sis do?
Oh, Issa is, fantastic always.
She
Yeah.
kinda funny.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Always. So it was cute. It was really cute. It just
What
It
was
didn't
your
really
target audience?
give.
it did. It was
Oh, you know
super
what?
cute.
Also,
I guess
too,
the message.
I didn't realize that it wasn't for kids. I didn't realize it was an adult movie.
I mean, it was kind of for both. I think whoever is into Barbie, it would have resonated with.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
it wasn't.
I guess it
adult
was just
comedy.
the part that I'm every woman. Women can do anything. I feel like we kind of know that.
Yeah, but I was thinking that it was for more adolescent.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought so too.
that makes sense.
Yeah, like
That makes sense.
coaching
More
them
for
to-
their generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost seemed like they just want to go on record with kind of a message we've already been.
Or was it like a
Privy to.
jump start into the marketing of
Like,
the
let's bring Barbie
rebrand
back,
of
yeah.
Barbie back?
I mean, I think that was the main.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
everywhere.
it is everywhere. Their
It still
marketing
is
team
everywhere.
is.
Amazing. Every store that ain't got nothing to do with Barbie, it's got a pink
Everybody.
section.
I'm
in it.
telling you.
Right now.
Pizza Barbie,
Yeah, pizza
Barbie.
Barbie.
tire Barbie.
Yes.
I'm done.
Every business.
Every
Literally
single,
everyone.
Yeah. Anyway,
Affleck Barbie.
I mean, you should definitely see it, but
yeah,
maybe you could wait till it comes out.
yeah, at home. So I could watch it 4 times.
Right.
Well, anyways, we're in our Barbie pink, so cheers
Cheers
to
to
that.
that.
Cheers to
Cheers
that.
to that. What else has been going on? We'll wait for you to sit. I was like, she snuck a snip in there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
what I was.
Not a snip.
Yeah,
I snuck a sip.
I was like,
No, I
it's
just
not
snuck a
333.
No, that's so funny you said that because Saturday we had a party for my great aunt. And I don't know what the joke was or what we were talking about. And my cousin turned around. She's like, because it's officially 3:33 p.m. and we are off.
We are off.
I was like, oh my God,
That's
you
so
what?
cute.
So
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, so Hey, Kiki.
Hey,
Lily.
Hey, girls.
Hey, girl. What else is going on in the world, child?
What's going on?
Ooh.
What's his name?
Is it Thomas?
Oh, no.
Carly Russell's. Carly
yeah.
Russell's boyfriend
Russell's
is
boyfriend.
coming to the
We're so LA
ATL.
on so
She like
much.
LA. Carly.
I'm
Carly.
bilingual.
Yeah.
Sometimes my,
It come
language
out.
gets mixed in. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Bye, girl.
Speak a little French too.
So what was the situation with whatever his name is?
Tomar.
He's coming to the
comes to
Atlanta
Atlanta.
area. And he
Always Atlanta, right?
He was out of
always
it.
Atlanta.
Just-
Somebody just posted it. Were like,
just
Atlanta
keep
is
us
not a
out
real
of it.
it's not a serious
It's
place.
not a real place or a serious place.
or a serious
Yeah.
place.
It can't
And he
be.
is hosting a party that says search and rescue, and it's like him looking for love.
That's
But
the
literally
name?
the title of the flyer is search and rescue. And people were in uproar about it. And so basically, I guess the club or whatever was like the venue that they're having it at is like, oh, he still will be here, but we just won't
Right.
be posting the flyer in that way. The title was insensitive or whatever, but
Very insensitive.
super insensitive.
What did y'all pay? Like, what was his booking fee? Like, what's his booking rate?
5,000.
Girl, 500.
2,500.
Right. That's what I'm
500.
thinking. 500. 2,500.
And guess
500
what?
At most.
Guess what? There, people are going to be there.
What club was it? Do we even know?
I don't even know. I didn't
So
even
we
go
never
that
even
far.
heard of.
That
Probably
is so crazy.
somewhere. Never. I won't even dog nobody. City, little
Right.
town like
Right.
that. I
Right.
won't make a suggestion.
Don't make
Don't make
none.
no
Yes.
suggestions.
But yeah, I mean, the little boy is he cute.
He's very handsome.
He's a handsome guy, but why would you do yourself that way? You're supposed to elevate. Use this opportunity to in just a different way.
The thing is, he gonna have to get
clout.
his little clout off now because whenever she finally come out with her story, like,
Yeah.
this
That
is
what
real.
made
Like
her.
what him
made her,
not
Yeah.
what him did.
what him did,
Yeah, because we're
To put
forgetting
her in
about
the
what him
forest.
did.
because him did something.
Him did something.
For
Yeah.
baby girl to be out there with some snacks.
I said, y'all done got
Man.
this boy.
Why he took the snacks? Though? She was that is so funny.
I wouldn't have left without my snacks.
No,
You know what's annoying to me though? Y'all
What?
done got the little boy verified on dang Instagram. This boy he got about 50,000 followers.
the boyfriend. Oh my god.
Listen, it's people that
What's Carly? Carly got a
relate to
page?
him.
Huh?
Do Carly got a page?
I don't know.
It's probably down right now.
I'm sure.
All the messages.
You know
she
what
done-
my aunt said though? She was like, but baby went and got her hair done before she turned herself in because that silk press was silky.
Her mom did it.
Mm-hmm.
the
Somebody
house.
did it.
Her mom
Somebody did
in
it.
the house.
Somebody probably reached out and said, I do your hair for free.
Her mom did that.
Yeah, that was a house doobie. That was a house wrap.
Not a house
She
wrap.
looked great. Her skin looked great. She
Yeah.
looked radiant.
She had to
Yeah.
turn herself in. Though,
Yeah.
right?
She
Yeah,
did.
but she's already out.
Oh, okay. They bundled her out. But she
I don't
just-
think it's gonna be such a big thing. I
It-
don't think
it-
she. I don't think she'll get no time.
Listen,
She's gonna get some
man.
restitution and some
Yeah,
other things.
I mean,
Probation.
We've
They're
all
not gonna
done
send
a
her to
little
jail.
Hello.
attention seek.
Hello.
Have we?
Hello.
Hello.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Just took
Tell
things
me
a
about
little
that.
too
Tell
far.
me about that attention thing.
Take things because I find sometimes, well, in my past, I have found a lot of times that people don't be taking me seriously.
Okay.
So I pull
Speak
out
on it.
I be pulling out a little acting skills sometimes.
I mean, we all did.
I mean,
in the 20s.
In the teens, 20s,
or the early 20s.
early
my best
20s.
work.
Early 20s.
Yeah, some of my best
prime
Listen,
times.
for me, the early 20s, and I will go to grave with a lot
That
of
is
that
funny.
childish stuff that I didn't
Really,
done.
literally, somebody is walking around the city still thinking.
That you just
Bent
it
about
was
it.
a real thing. Like it was a real
Don't have
thing.
no clue.
No clue.
It was an acting.
Somebody
job.
out here like, man, she crazy. She crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole skit.
And it was not a real thing.
It wasn't a tearing sight. It was
No.
just all sound effects.
All Vaseline and black eyeliner. I had the black eyeliner smudge.
Oh, you went all the way with
Oh
it.
my God, I was in the bed.
Oh my God.
Rehearsal.
Listen, rehearsal. And I involved my roommate. And so she made the call.
Oh Jesus.
No, she legit opened the door when the 911 came through.
Oh, it was real.
Oh my God, it was so freaking funny. And then I just remember her vaguely standing at my my bedroom door and like
I have a similar experience to
that. She was watching the concern happen for me, and she was sitting in the bed like, "Girl, you are crazy." And she just backed out of my room, and
Because she was going to let it go.
no, she just backed
No,
out.
I'm saying she was going to let that laugh go.
Yeah.
No, listen, that happened to me in one of my childhood friends. One of my childhood friends. I came in the house. This fool was laying on the floor in the kitchen. I come in the house. I look at her, and we just bust out laughing. Like, what are you doing, ma'am? She couldn't even keep it together.
Scam over with.
Literally, it's all ruined. It is ruined.
Get your ass up.
Oh my God. Listen.
One time I couldn't produce no tears. So I ran in the bathroom and jumped in the shower and sat in there and was like,
Right. Oh, you done been in the shower with your clothes on too? So what about these aliens? How y'all feeling about
Child, that threw me for a loop. I'm like, what is going on? Is this a real place? Are we in what's the movie with what's the movie where he thought he was having he was living his real life, but it was actually a movie or a TV show? No. With,
Okay.
What is his name? He played on Living Color, white guy. Jim Carrey.
Okay, but
you remember the
which
movie when he thought that he was living his real life, but everybody was actors around him, but he was the only like real person?
I don't remember that one. I used to watch all his movies. I don't remember that one.
Okay, keep talking, guys. I'm gonna tell you.
So anyway, what do you think about him today?
One of the funniest things is how numb and desensitized we are, because they literally announced that there is a presence of aliens here, and everybody just went on about.
And they keep trying to announce it, like they keep trying to wait on like a down week, on a slow week.
Are they? I don't know if I'm supposed to be scared or just aware or like what's tea?
I think it's so far out of our
grasp
realm
of reality.
that it's like we can't even. It's like I don't even have nothing for it,
right?
Because I can do nothing about it.
And then it's like, okay, now that I know it, it's just like I know it might be a new, like, are octopus even like?
Now listen,
The Truman Show.
Truman Show. I never watched that. I don't think I've ever seen that.
So his life was not real. So everybody around him was actors, but he grew up in this world, and he literally found out that his life wasn't real. That everybody, again, him was around actors, so he started doing his stuff outside of his normal routine.
Gotcha.
And then literally blew up the whole like set.
Show.
And, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. I need to add that to my things to watch.
It's probably gonna be so good too, because you know the writing.
So it's like, are we living? I'm like, are we living our real lives? Like, is this like
are we
world?
in a what do they say we're in
time warp? Not time warp. Vortex.
I don't know what's going on, but
we're living in a simulation.
Simulation.
Yeah, it's a simulated reality.
Likely, it's very likely. When I think about things that I manifest or things that I try to like talk to God about, and immediately I'll get that sign or that vision. I'm like, there's got to be
Somebody heard
a simulation.
Yeah.
I mean, not to take away from God. God is real.
Yeah.
But it's strange.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Agree. So they literally testified. And what does this mean for the world?
That's the part. It's like, what does it mean now that the whistleblowers have exposed it? Now what? Like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't ever feel like I need to know everything. Like, I think Americans feel like we should know what's going on with government.
Yeah. No.
My brain can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't conceptualize aliens. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
I don't even, why would I know?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to buy real estate.
Not really. I'm done. Not really aliens, but did you see the artifact of like a woman, I guess, that was sacrificed and she was frozen for X amount of years or whatever, and they took her and they have been like keeping her, you know, preserved as an artifact. But it's like people are saying like, this is a real human being,
right?
And it's like so unfair.
Yeah.
And then also too, kind of like you've taken this person away from their natural country, their estate or whatever, and it's kind of like I guess in that particular culture, artifacts are supposed to stay and lay where they are. Yeah, especially people who have been buried somewhere.
And I believe that, right? But then I also how do science
learn things?
Like how do we?
Yeah. But it's like, does she get to rest? Like, I guess we don't know what happens in the afterlife. So like,
and that's just what we
like if your body needs to just rest so that your soul can go on.
Yeah,
that is unfortunate, but none of us know.
Yeah.
Well, I've always heard that your soul leaves your body immediately. So is it just a body? But you know, it's like,
no, that makes sense.
That's one of the
you
things
can't
that
challenge.
God doesn't mind us challenging though.
No, of course not.
He's given
us a thought in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay. Well, we'll see if they start walking amongst us with us.
I saw a meme. It was talking about rent is just too damn high to be worried about these aliens.
Yeah.
Hello.
And
That's
like
all I'm saying. It's
in
just like
Atlanta,
people-
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
in
keep
Atlanta
it-
specifically, I think they just evicted like this year. They've evicted 72,000 people, and it's backlogged. Just
Are
in
you
Atlanta.
serious?
Yeah, 72,000 people have been evicted,
Oh, just catching up from a couple years ago. Huh?
That's so
and they're
sad.
backlogged. So there's supposed to be like more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so we
is-
ain't got time to think about
What is we
aliens.
gonna do?
Sure.
Listen. Live on the streets like my city looks. Portland, Oregon looks terrible. Like it's so many. The homeless
Yeah.
are just like
Yeah.
taking over the freeway.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
Damn.
live on the freeway.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like, well,
There's camps out there.
Yeah, we became legal some years ago, and so a lot of people from California came up and bought a lot of property and stuff. So the cost of living went, skyrocketed. Yeah, so they can't really afford. So they rather just live.
Yeah, they don't want no laws.
They
said
they
forget about it.
opting out.
Yeah.
So, did y'all see that fight?
Yes.
Oh my
It
god,
was such a good fight.
It was such a good fight.
Listen, y'all gotta excuse me, but like something very trustworthy sometimes about like a person or man in 2023 with no tattoos. There's something about it looks stocky and old school and very focused.
Who was that? Crawford?
The Crawford,
Yeah,
guy,
No
Crawford.
tattoos.
No
he was
tattoos.
giving.
he was getting
Yeah.
very serious about his business.
was.
Yeah.
Haircut, old school.
Yeah, like I'm not
giving
playing no
traditional.
games. Yeah,
Traditional man.
He's not playing no games.
Yeah, his little haircut was traditional.
Traditional.
I think it was on Shade Room. They was like, I don't care what y'all talking about. They both need haircuts.
No,
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
they-
both needed haircuts,
But they was focused.
but
Yeah.
it was one that looked more focused than the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a very scary fight.
it was such, and I'm not familiar with the guys, but when we started watching, I'm like, me and Hunt kind of decided who we were going with. She's more familiar, so she went with Crawford, and I went with Spence.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then that first round, I'm like,
It
no,
just got weird,
this
right?
is not gonna work out.
And so
Right.
the anticipation of the fight with this being like, oh, this is the biggest event and all of this stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so crazy because it was a lot of hype. Maybe it was a year ago, maybe a couple years ago about that big heavyweight fight. You remember that Dante Wilder?
Yes, Dante
Yes,
Wilder.
yeah.
Yes.
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 So I was, that went back and forth. And
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
forth. So
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting
Yes,
that.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and for Buddy to be exposed so quickly, I
So
was like,
quickly.
oh, I was
And
thinking
I'm
The
like,
difference
it's
in their
over.
skill.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
difference in their skill. They set themselves so far apart.
Yes.
That I was like, I don't know how they're going to do a rematch because
Yeah.
they set themselves so far apart in that fight.
Yeah.
I mean, the paycheck is why the rematch would happen, but at the end of it all,
Right.
I don't know what's kind of
I
special.
was happy
to
for
train
him though.
Oh, yeah. I was happy for him for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
No, when his mama hit that ring, I said, these
Then that
people
leg went
party.
up.
These people party. You hear me?
There was already a lot of like
looked
stuff
like
around
Omaha.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
That look like Omaha.
I loved
Yeah.
it though.
I
loved
did.
it. I wonder who neighborhood they terrorizing because you know they is
They
terrorizing
are
a neighborhood.
hell. Them blue wigs is out. You hear me?
I love it so much.
I love it for them.
I love it so
I love it
much.
for
His
them.
mom hit that thing. I said, oh.
Yes,
they
and then that
party.
leg came up. I said, she forgot where she
He
at.
was like, he was drinking with her.
He was so cute.
I loved
super
it.
So
cute.
cute.
That is what life is made of.
Oh yeah,
Those
moments.
wins.
Yes.
those wins.
Those
1000%.
wins.
That's what he was. He was clearly the more authoritative, more
Yeah.
dominant fighter, but he still kept it cool and kept
Yeah.
it cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just he did so many like statement things. It's like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
called
Right?
him?
How did that happen?
He
How
was
did that
very
happen?
serious. Everybody's
How?
very serious.
How did that happen?
I mean, but he must know. He must be
Oh
familiar.
yeah,
Yeah. So
it was
really
amazing.
crazy.
It was history was made,
It was so many people.
and history
there,
was
too.
made that night.
No,
And
it
that's him
was.
being
Yeah. He was the first
Two-time
time.
undefeated. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
two
In
different-
two
In
different
two
weight
divisions.
classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first male.
absolutely. Yes. Yeah. To win
'Cause
the
the girl
title.
did win.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
lit.
Fantastic.
So that was like great. And so y'all see what we loving, right? Saturday nights in.
Saturday night's in.
Oh yeah.
that's a win.
But you know that's us
Sorry.
anyways. That's
Yes.
us anyways.
And then something special on.
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
win,
Yes,
win,
yes.
We were trying to fight it. We were like, we're not gonna buy it. We're not gonna buy it. Her had it on her phone. I'm like, I can't get excited about it like this.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta watch it on the big screen.
Yes.
No.
One of my male best friends just moved here, and it was his sister's birthday. And he was like, tell me about the club and everything like that. I said, Chad, I don't even know what the name of the club was because I haven't been to the club in forever.
Seriously.
And I was like, how was it? And he was like, I mean, I literally just like, I can't remember the last time I even been in the club. I said, see what I'm saying?
What was you doing there, bro?
What were you doing there?
He had to celebrate the birthday. It was a birthday party. It was a big birthday for her. She turned 40. So he had to be in attendance for his sis. But yeah, he was like, this is crazy to me. I can't even believe I'm in the club. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is.
Definitely.
But speaking of sports,
okay,
definitely prayers to the James family. I think he's okay now, right?
For sure, yes.
Ronnie James had some medical issues.
Yes,
at
he's
practice.
home.
Yeah.
He's home. Seems like he's recovering.
she knows. Sound like she called a family.
Well, I talked to Brian.
You talked to Bronny
And Savannah.
Yes.
And he's
you and
good.
Savannah could be friends.
Yeah, I
I
think
can see
so.
that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I love their family.
Why not?
Yeah.
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 No, but he is home. He's supposed to be doing well. I think we seen the post.
Yes.
He was playing piano.
Yes.
I didn't even know you knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
I mean, I'm sure it's
These
all kind of
wealthy
world
kids.
class,
Royal.
class,
Rich and royal family.
I did, but I
Exactly.
just,
Probably
you
a
know.
violinist, and we
Yeah.
just
Yes.
don't know.
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But prayers
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
Sorry to that man.
Yeah. Before we start the episode, what are you guys' August plans? You have any August plans?
Yeah, we all
August
booked
is a
up
huge
for
month.
man. Every friend I got outside of my Aries and my Sagittarius is a Leo.
Oh,
wow.
August is the busiest.
August is turned up.
It's up, and I'm exhausted already. And it starts tomorrow.
It starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
I thought it started today. No, Leo seems.
I mean,
starts
it's
tomorrow.
Leo season's been last
Yesterday.
week.
Yeah.
I'm
It started
talking about
yesterday.
August
Okay, yeah. I'm like, wait, what?
It started yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up.
And Invest Fest is coming up for us.
Yes.
Officially our 1 year
Anniversary.
our 1 year anniversary. However, it's 1 year countdown to the next year when we're going to be on the panel.
Oh, yeah, she's a manifester,
She is a manifester.
a revolutionist,
The revolution.
Listen,
a revolutionist.
Rashad,
So funny.
Ian, who am I missing?
Troy.
Troy,
Mr. Mr. Mortgage Guy. There
Mr.
we
Mortgage
go.
Guy.
Ooh.
What's his name? 19 Keys.
19 Keys.
One other.
just
Wall
wanna see-
Street Trapper.
Ian Dunlap. Last year.
Saying, oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Y'all.
I'm saying. Shut up. I'm saying
That moment. What? Oh, you know
what she's talking about. You know what she's
fool.
talking about.
Listen, if y'all are in investments this year, she's gonna have on a.
I'm gonna have on a crown, bitch. I'm wearing my crown.
Crown and fatigues. Okay.
Not with you.
However, I'm
level.
saying all these names to say, I'm just manifesting that we will be amongst these people next year.
Yeah,
For sure.
Because God got us. And
Yeah.
we are
We
staying steadfast and focused on GTGI, and GTGI
Definitely.
is growing already. Just even the little bit of support, and not even little. Let me take that.
about to
I
say,
would say,
brand support.
yeah, let me take that little. I hate when
Major
people say little, but
support.
the amount of support and success that we have had so far with GTGI has been amazing. So, yeah, I'm just a big manifester, and we're gonna be there. Yep.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to add? You're gonna see Beyonce. Both of you guys are gonna see Beyonce.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe.
I started on my
I need to buy
outfit.
you a t-shirt.
Yeah. That t-shirt gonna swallow you up. That's way
It's a dress. I
oversized. That was
oversized.
100 pounds ago. Okay.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So you guys ready to get started?
Let's get into it.
All right, it's officially 3:33 p.m. and we are off the clock.
Cheers.
I'm gonna learn that in Spanish too, by the way.
Leave it. Please leave it out. I don't want to do it. You should have
biggest hater.
went. You should have throw that on me.
No, what?
You gestured. I was like,
That was my left hand.
I'm joking.
You was gonna throw that at me? In what world?
Literally.
In what world?
I'm sorry.
All right, you guys. So our topic today is drawing the line between personal and professional. But before we get started, we started a new thing a couple episodes ago where we're talking about a win is a win, and then we're gonna give our side eyes too.
Yes.
So a win is a win. What's your win for this week?
Well, it's not a personal win for me, but I'm just congratulating a black man clearing a contract.
Period.
A win is a win.
One of he's not my favorite at all, actually.
The what? Oh,
What a shout out.
Clean that up.
I'm just really happy for that man. But like Boston go up against the Heat, so it's not
okay, got it. So we're talking about
Jaylen Brown.
Yes.
He cleared
if you were a Boston fan.
If I were a Boston,
you're a black man fan.
I'm a man. Exactly.
There we go.
I'm a fan of a black man.
We root for everybody black.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of a black man is a T-shirt.
Yes. So
don't y'all steal that.
Right?
It's GTGI
I'm a
all day.
fan
We're for
of
the
a
girls,
black
but I'm a
man.
fan of a black man as a girl.
All day.
Yes. So
All day.
He cleared, I want to think, the highest NBA contract.
Yeah.
And,
The
you
max.
know, he made a commitment to create a Black Wall Street and, like, invest and try to help narrow the wealth gap within the community where he works. And I just thought it was really, you know, I was really happy for him. It's really inspiring. I like his, I like what he's about.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all negotiating right now, right?
Yeah.
So there'll probably be multiple.
Everybody's
contracts.
negotiating. I don't even know how Boston is going to be able to pay Taylor.
Because he got the max.
Yeah. So how he got the max and y'all still got
Well, he got the NBA max.
Yes.
But other teams can offer their person, their people the max too.
Yeah, so it's
3 or
about
4.
to
Well, congrats, JB.
yeah.
From GTGI to JB.
Right.
Definitely.
Period.
Alrighty.
So that's his win, but it's a win.
It's
What's
a
your
win.
win,
It's a win.
Ish?
My win is I am horrible with like supplements.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll start on a new like vitamin
don't even
routine,
give
and
it the
I
30 days.
I don't even give it shit. I barely make it a week.
Yeah.
And so I have last week, even the week before, like I've started with Thesis. It is this new, it's like a combination of different vitamins, different supplements.
Comes in a pack
and basically,
together?
Yeah, it comes in a pack together. And it's like a month supply. Every week you do 6 and then you skip a day and you try the next 6.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's just like find what that perfect balance is for you.
Yeah.
And so I've been very consistent with that. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Been
Love
consistent
it.
with the
love
supplements.
it.
Yeah. It's been, I'll be starting my 4th week tomorrow.
Okay,
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's consistent.
So,
for sure.
yeah. I can already like weed out which ones don't work and which ones do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
that was a
That's
good
what's
one.
up.
What about you, Kai?
Oh, well, I kind of told you because you are like the finance girl. But my win is getting serious and getting with a financial advisor. So we've talked about that on the podcast before. And I remember playing around a little bit some years back and not being serious. But this time it is
really locking in.
It's really locking in
Yeah.
and getting serious.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I
a
am
huge
like
win.
I'm a couple weeks in. So
Yeah, that's great.
Yay.
good for you.
Yeah, I want to be a millionaire tomorrow.
Man, don't we all?
That's my only problem.
What?
Right.
They want it to happen tomorrow. You got to let this stuff grow.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Good
awesome.
and structured. I love that for you.
Yeah. Great win.
So
So what are we side eyeing?
Yeah, what are we side eyeing?
Can I make y'all laugh?
Yes, please.
My side eye is people talking shit. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, my side,
comments.
in the comments. There was a comment by a male supporter who talked about
At him. I'm joking.
No, right.
put a name on it.
Put a name on it.
Talking about my hair choice, my hairstyle choice of a previous episode when I had the beautiful braid with the bangs, and they did not like it, and they decided to put it, take it upon themselves to comment. Okay, let me tell you something. First of all,
Firstly.
women do not dress for the liking of men. I don't
Ever.
care what you guys think, but we do not dress for the liking of men. We dress for ourselves, number 1, 2, and we dress for our girls. Let's be honest.
Period.
We love for the girls to be like,
Okay.
okay, girl, you looking cute. Da-da-da. Where'd you get that from? Oh, who did your hair?
Yeah.
We love for that. We
Yeah.
love for that. We
We
live for the
welcome-
girls.
It's always for the
We
female
welcome.
gaze.
We
Yeah.
welcome
And I
that.
promise you guys, like, you guys may think that we dress for y'all, but we don't. We really don't. And I loved my look, so I don't care what you say. Pookie.
Just the nerve of a guy,
He felt that.
of a man,
I'm
of a male.
to even comment.
Yeah.
Like,
Twitter fingers.
y'all got to do better.
Feeling audacious.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my side eye.
Yeah, that's a hell of a side eye. My
But
side
keep
eye-
supporting.
Right.
Yeah,
Keep tuning in.
subscribe even.
Yeah.
My side
Say
eye.
like and comment.
Right.
Right. Like and comment. That's a
Comment
fact.
nicely, though,
That's a
okay?
fact. That's a fact.
Beggars
You
can't be
see
choosers.
that part.
Right.
That's the part.
My side eye would probably be just the heat. I just feel like it's been
Yes.
obnoxious.
That's what's about
Okay.
to be my
Yeah.
Yeah,
side.
was it?
You wake up and it's 86
Yeah,
degrees
it's
in the
like-
morning at 8 a.m.
I'm not used to going into work when it's so hot outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just blazing.
It's sweat, but I have very open pores and I sweat very easily. But I can look at my arms sometimes and it's beads.
Yeah.
Beads of
Beads
sweat.
of sweat.
Yeah.
Beads of sweat coming down my face. I'm like, it's definitely, this heat is a 3 shower day minimum.
I don't want to take away your side eye, but I was gonna say it's so bad that you already are working out, right? So you go to Orangetheory and you're sweating, right?
Yes.
So and then add that on top of like it being hot. I've been in a hat for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
now.
Oh.
My hair has been so sweated out, and literally I am tucking the edges.
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. It's like not just that, but it's like a reapply deodorant type heat.
Oh yeah,
Because
it's like a wiper down.
Yeah, because when I'm on my way to work,
3.
leaving GTGI, I'm not quite cooling off the way I should. Even though I'm like
Right.
cold
OTF.
shower. OTF.
Yes.
What did I say?
GTGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm leaving OTF, I'm not quite cooling off the way I
You're
need
not.
to. I'm still
Your
hot.
body, your blood is flowing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like reapplying midday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better.
For sure. Over somebody's imagine me shampooing like
No. That's
Right.
and like it's like you can't wear also too you can't it's against kind of like not the rules, but it's an unspoken rule that you should not wear sleeveless
Right.
Yeah,
when you're at work, when your
Yeah.
hairstyles, because you literally somebody opens their eyes
I
and
mean,
they're
you're
shampooing.
literally in your pit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy. So you be hot.
Man,
oh yeah, especially behind that blow dry baby.
I bet.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Global warming. What we gonna do?
Right, exactly. What's your side eye?
Well,
Did we
it
see
was
your
the
side?
heat.
Oh, it was.
Oh,
the heat.
you're adding
Okay,
to
got
it.
you.
Okay,
Okay, got you.
okay.
No,
cool.
when she said it, that's what I was like, that is just what I was about to say.
Yeah.
This temperature is disrespectful.
All right, you guys.
Okay.
So let's get to our topic, drawing the line between personal and professional. We've talked about this lightly, and I just feel like every time we mention something, it leads us into an awesome freaking topic, right?
Yes, for
Yes.
sure.
So a lot of times we have this issue with you get a client or a customer, you get so comfortable with them, and it just kind of seems like it develops into more of a friendship than
A
business.
business.
Yeah.
But knowing how to keep it still business, because that's how you met the person,
Absolutely.
right? So we want to discuss a little bit about that, and then boundaries in the relationships as well, right? Because again, it's business. So boundaries in the business relationship, what we can do, what we should avoid, and how we should maneuver between those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like however we met, even though that is not how the relationship has to stay, that
Yeah.
kind of has to be the basis of the relationship.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like even if you cross over into personal,
Yes.
how,
Topics or
yeah,
conversations.
Yes.
We wouldn't know each other.
yeah,
Right.
So,
we were
and then it's like if
for-
you're going to remain, if you're crossing over into friend, if you're going to remain a client has to be the forefront, like
Yes.
of how,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, just like with me coming to get my lashes done, if it has something to do with business, I'm going to communicate with you on the addicted line. But
Yes.
if it's something
Yeah.
personal, I'm going to, whatever. But if you just happen to accidentally text me about something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't consider that. You guys, okay, yeah. I didn't
We didn't
consider-
start off in that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, neither
But
did we.
sometimes she'll text me something in
Yeah.
regards to business, but it's just because, damn, that was the last time
Yeah.
I was communicating with you, and I will never initiate it
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
on the personal line.
No, 1000%. That all together is like probably the biggest boundary that I've had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Set.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
probably more of an expert in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
In business, because it was never the internet at first, or it was never a website at first. It
Yeah.
was my phone. But just being able to like keep it structured in that way, it may seem like a nuance or a headache, but
Yes.
it's for my brain,
Right.
so that I don't have to look at my personal phone all the time and be handling
Because you
somebody's
might get left
business
on
and
red. You might get left
Yeah.
on
my
Yeah.
personal phone gets left on red
Yeah.
More than
way
anything.
more often
Yeah.
Yeah.
than my business line does. So
Yeah.
while you think you are directly connecting to me
Yes.
Yeah.
for, in the quickest way, which you
Right.
would think possible, because our business our conversations and, our hot topics or whatever may have left the business realm.
Yeah.
It's still, even like sending me DMs about stuff that we handle business about. It just gets so
It gets so
tricky.
tricky.
Yeah.
How about this though? So, and I promise you, baby girl, I'm not talking about you, but you know who I am.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. You know who I am. So she shouldn't be offended.
Both.
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 Both of them.
Both.
Yeah. But we kind of reached more into like big sis, little sis type of like vibe or whatever. And she a couple times would text me on she created a group chat between my business and my personal line, and literally was texting me at the same time. And I'm like, sis, why am I texting myself at this point? Why am I in a group chat with myself? Like, don't do that. And so I had to explain to her, I gave you my personal line for personal reasons. Yes. So don't text me personal stuff on my personal line.
It gets so tricky. It really does get tricky. Yes. Like sometimes you want to, and sometimes I might just even need to send you a picture that I can't send through my business.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just think their thought is like, I can get to you quicker if I just text. But it's like, I don't need you to get to me quicker. That's not how that's not how that works. Respond there. I'm sending confirmations from there. You have to text my personal about what I sent you over here. You know what I mean?
And honestly,
and then when I miss it, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Right.
But you did the wrong thing. But also too, I don't check my phone after a certain time.
Because it's a business.
I intentionally check out because I want to separate business and personal, and I want to have a great personal life. You know what I'm saying? As far as like mental health and all that kind of good stuff, whatever. So if I'm constantly on business mode and it's 12 o'clock at night, like, come on.
No. When the business closes, that's when the
brain closes.
The brain closes.
I don't check the business phone after a certain time.
I don't even look at it on Sunday.
I check out on Saturday. That's a wrap until Monday.
Until Monday when you have to do your
confirmations going out. But that's not so much for me with working with Trey. But I'm still not handling a whole bunch of business. After hours.
Yes.
I will cut it off on like after business hours.
Yes.
I can't really get into it. Because you need your time. People don't understand like those when you didn't have those boundaries and like you accidentally picked up your phone at midnight thinking your personal phone is being called by like at least your family or somebody close to you, and it's somebody you're like, hello, and it's literally somebody about your business and you're like,
you're not even in that mode.
You're not even in that mode. I have tapped out.
It's strange. And also feeling the effects of I feel like I'm going too far.
Okay, let me tell you that before we go that deep into it, because the girls will go. Let's talk about how you set those particular boundaries. So, of course, if you have business hours, so you know this is the time I do business. I do business from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., right? So that means that you won't get an answer from me after 7 p.m.,
exactly.
Right? So
expected at 9 a.m.
Expected at 9
before,
absolutely, yes.
The next morning.
How you communicate. So like you just said, you should know that I don't DM on social media to confirm or speak about appointments or anything business related.
Nope.
Some people don't mind that.
Yeah, some people don't.
I sometimes don't mind that because I have mine kind of linked to the business.
Yes.
So for me, it doesn't really matter. I have the consultations linked from social.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you run ads and stuff like that, you'll have the button that says reach out.
Yes. Right.
And so when you do respond in the DMs, it sends a consultation request to my business line.
Yes.
So it doesn't bother me so much there. But if, say, for instance, you're already a current client and then you just send me a DM and say, hey, girl, I'm about to be 15 minutes late to my appointment. It's like,
I won't see it.
How would I see it? Or like I posted something pretty and you heart it and then you're talking to me about, I'm just thinking I'm getting some heart eyes.
Right.
Information based off of what I just posted.
Right.
And it's like I'm not looking for your business, not saying inquiry, but like some kind of modification.
Yes.
Your appointment on those apps.
Yes.
And that allows you to like have that kind of personal relationship with them and have a business relationship with them by keeping them separate.
Yes,
exactly.
It helps.
Yeah.
And then if there is a conflict, again, like we talked about episode 25, if there is a conflict, then it's not going to be so much of a gray area because you already know that this is business.
For sure.
And this is personal and this is how I operate in this space. And not to say that I'm two different people and I have two different personalities. I'm just structured in one way.
But it is kind of.
It is kind of, So I'm structured in one way over here and I can be a little bit more relaxed.
I mean, even like my clients that are like family, friends.
Yeah.
It's a different tone at work. Like when I'm at work, I'm in a different mode, and they've been with me so long, they know like, oh, she's just in the process. But guess what?
Like you just said though, like, but if you are a client who's able to go over to that friend space, that means that you have respected,
absolutely, to even get there,
to even get to the friend space.
For sure.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So
you graduated,
yes, and again, that's just kind of like the scope of work, right? Yeah, absolutely.
So, have you guys ever been in situations where people have placed you in a friend space, but you're not necessarily there.
Oh, all the time.
And then the expectation of you is that of that friend when you haven't really.
That happens to you.
All the time.
That happens to you guys.
Well, I
don't have that problem.
I think it happens to you more than anything because that's the initial vibe. I don't remember which episode we talked about it, but when we're talking about what's the vibe when people come into your space or whatever, and you give on your social how you market as very homegirl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I feel that way, but I guess in transitioning right from just a classic artist to like trying to be an expert with volume and what that requires.
From a tech to an expert. That's what.
No, shut
From
up.
a tech to an artist.
I've never been a tech.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to say it. I want to fuck with
Never
you.
been a lash tech. Sorry to the text, but I don't want to be.
Sorry to the text.
Sorry to the text.
Sorry to that woman.
Right.
That man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but in transitioning and leveling up in my skill, I was paying attention to things that I needed to do.
Yes.
And the way the appointment need to be set. And working within that person's eyelashes, because I was able to float through some appointments. May not have been my best work, but I was able to achieve a lot in certain appointments by maintaining a high level of conversation the entire time. Mm-hmm. But with learning this new skill and needing to master it, I needed to concentrate. And that is a lot of times what people don't realize about your lash artists is we are concentrating the entire time. And as comfortable as you are and as cozy as you are and having this conversation, it's like my left brain is focused on what you are saying.
Like I'm still
and
working.
My right brain is like trying to achieve what I'm trying to achieve. And I remember specifically one lady, after she was done with the appointment, large eyes, lots of lashes. Mm-hmm. She was transitioning from classic to volume now. And in the appointment, what I found in most situations in this scenario is like when I needed to be quiet to navigate these appointments, I have to start the appointment how I want to end it. Mm-hmm. I can't come in and go, "Hey girl, what's been going on?"
Yeah, exactly.
Give her
that's gonna be 60 minutes and I'm gonna be behind.
Exactly.
But if I come in, I'm like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" Mm-hmm. So and I did that with this lady one time. And after the appointment, she got up. She was like, "You seem like you all business these days." I'm like,
these days are just this appointment.
Just these
but
days.
Also,
but
because you're paying. Because once we get to the register, I expect my full payment.
Absolutely.
And these lashes ain't cheap. So it's like I want to be able to deliver.
I want to be able to deliver.
Yeah. I don't want you looking at me like
what was your communication after that?
So after that, I just remember like.
You don't remember what you said?
I don't remember exactly what I said afterwards, but I was
client.
No, okay. And it didn't.
That was not what I was expecting.
No, she is.
Don't cut that part.
No.
He was like, okay. I think you should keep it.
No, seriously.
You should keep that part.
No, and it's honest. Can I tell?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's honestly because like when I completely transitioned and was trying to remove some clients from my schedule, and I transitioned to not booking the appointments in person and asking everybody to do it online. Mm-hmm. And when that appointment was to come up, instead of booking a full set, which is what everybody needed as they were returning.
Oh, she said no. She
like, booked a fill.
And you're like, baby, I gave clear instructions.
And I shifted it and I sent it back properly.
Yeah.
So on the day of the appointment, she comes in and she comes in and she lays down on the bed and she was like, "What am I booked for?" And I was like, "This is awkward." Whatever, full set. Oh, well, I got $135. So you do with that. And that was another entrepreneur.
What
did you say?
What did I do? It wasn't what I said. I said, "Oh, okay."
You gave her $130 worth?
I divided what that would equal.
What's that time equal?
Yeah, what does that time equal?
They get you 60 posts.
Get you
37 minutes.
I think it might have.
I'm still in shock.
I remember that. 80 minutes of classic lashes at that time. So I literally did that. That looked nothing like
what she was receiving.
Yeah, and I never saw her.
See, in my brain wouldn't work that quick.
But
I would have been like so frazzled.
so frazzled.
Yeah.
Oh, you're better than me because I would have said, well, unfortunately, I won't be able to service you at this time.
It was so awkward, and it would have, I don't know if it would have been real smoke, like, right.
You just wanted to get her out the door.
Out the door.
So I legit, it was the best way for me to start. So I was
For
like,
sure.
okay,
Yeah.
how do I divide that? I divided that in an amount of time and what that looked like, and I provided what that was.
Yep.
And I knew it was over by the end of the appointment when she cashed out.
No tip.
We hugged.
Oh.
After every appointment.
Oh, she hugged.
And she
Oh,
did
that time she was like, she peace out.
I never saw her again.
Did you go in for a hug or you just waited for her to initiate?
I did everything normal because I wasn't bothered. You tried it.
Yeah.
And you're an entrepreneur yourself. And would you accept anything like that from anybody? No. But
Maybe.
I was
Damn,
going
sis.
in, and I was going in, like, approaching towards the door to do that. That baby hit that door and closed it. I never seen her again.
Never seen her again. Hey, girl.
Dang.
This might get cut out. Sorry.
Dang,
It was so
shawty.
detailed. But it was
I want to
like,
see. I want to know who she is
Yeah.
after. It's offline.
It's just like all business, but I don't know. It's
That's the
just
thing,
one
though.
of those
People-
transitional things.
I will say which I love, like the relationship that you have with your client.
Yeah.
Like I benefited from that too. So
Yeah.
I love the way you do that. But I
Yeah.
think that it can be kind of shocking to someone that thinks that like y'all built this relationship and that's your home girl.
But-
and then you start having these new rules. It is hard to transition those clients.
True beings, but
It just got to be that kind of. You have to be.
Changing the rules on people though
You
is
have
a
to
thing
be a
anyway.
professional person.
Yeah.
to-
But here's the thing.
yeah.
So after even that, like you start figuring out how to communicate with people
Yeah.
after something
Yes.
like that happens
Yeah.
to
Yes.
you. Like after that happens, okay, now everybody coming through here.
Absolutely.
You know how to navigate.
I know how to navigate because I know I don't want anything to end like that.
Yeah.
That crushed me. I
Because-
didn't react.
Well, also
but-
too, like when you corrected the appointment and sent it back, maybe it could have came with the additional communication, like, "Hey, just to let you know that
But
you
then that's
look."
extra work
But
for me. It's
but
like
I
that makes it
also sent the letter.
unfair.
I sent
That's-
the letter the first
Oh,
time.
Yeah, the letter had already went out.
So you
the
didn't
letter-
just readjust the
No,
appointment.
no.
Okay, got it.
The letter was
And it's
sent.
like, you know you ain't been here.
So you've already properly communicated.
Yes.
And again.
And my
because-
email list tells me who opened. So
Absolutely.
That part. But what about when they act like you can't see it?
Yeah.
Sidebar, we can see when you
We
open
can
it.
see, baby. And
We
you
can see.
asked me
You
about
opened
this
it 4
ser- When did it
times, bro.
change? When did the service change?
You
When
opened
did the
it
price
4
change?
times.
Come on now, sis.
Exactly. So
Yeah, maybe you didn't read, but
Yeah,
you opened it 4 times.
You opened it for you read something.
Yeah.
Something was
because
read.
the subject line says price change.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So stop playing with us.
Yeah, but also too,
can take
I
that
was
part
about
out.
to say, it is being communicated. If you are this client to me,
Yeah.
it's being communicated
Through up until that
Everything
point.
that I'm
Yeah.
learning, everything that I'm
Because we're
about
also
to
like
do.
peers. So I'm like
Right.
sharing with you what is to
Yes.
come.
You're
Yeah.
telling me
Yeah.
about your strides in your industry.
Yeah.
I'm telling you about the strides
Yeah.
I'm about to make, and it's all love.
Yeah.
Until
Until it
not.
has something to do with you.
Absolutely And
Directly.
those moments sharpen you.
They do.
And
Yeah, it doesn't feel
make
that
it
same way the
easier.
next time.
It
And you know
will
how to
never-
handle it.
Yeah.
it will never feel that way again.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I feel like the basis of that is nurturing the client relationships, right?
Yeah.
So we nurture them in the best way. I feel like there's a way to be, again, like we said, professional, but at the same time, kind of elevate that personal relationship.
Yes.
And then of course, discussing your clear boundaries,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So what are some ways that you've nurtured the relationships with your clients? I'll tell you mine.
Okay, yeah.
I always say that when you look up in the sky, and then I'll be
Because
like,
I'm
I'll tell
always
you mine.
thinking. I'm always thinking.
Again, clear, concise, communication, right? I'm always I always try to remember something that we talked about
Special.
last
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Special events. Going above and beyond to say, hey, what have you been doing with this lately? What have you been drinking enough of water? Blah blah blah. Well, what can I do to get you to do this?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Or just the little things that go a long way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like letting them know you give a damn about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So getting just the same vibe every time you come into my space, whatever, right?
That's work. That is not just because that's how I felt that morning.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's
everything
it.
is not even though being a entrepreneur and being, a
beauty
solopreneur and a beauty professional, A lot of it is performative because we can have the worst days, but we still have to make sure that we show up in the best way for our clients.
Yes.
But all of it is not performative. Like, we literally enjoy seeing our clients, our customers.
So it makes you.
It makes you want to, you know. And then, of course,
okay.
again, like you said, if you've been in this relationship with the person for a long time, they become like family, right?
Yeah, of course. There's genuine concern and genuine love.
And
genuine concern
for
and
these
genuine
clients.
love.
Like several of my clients. I mean, we ended on a I love you. You know, it's several, you know, so that's there. I had a point I was going to make. It was, I can't quite remember what it was.
I was about to say, what that leg flip did.
Right. I don't remember what.
I had a girlfriend that came into my space we both had like a tiny little break. And she got a text from a client and it said, you know, I know that my appointment is tomorrow. However, like, you know, money is a little bit tight from you, so I won't be able to make it to my appointment. Sorry for the late notice.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, and I said, you know what you should do? You should text her back and say, I asked her what service she was getting. And it was just a silk press. And I told her, you should text her back and say, don't worry about it. Come in. I got you regardless. Because I'm like, let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
And because I asked her, how long has she been a client? 10 years. Has this ever happened? She said no. I said, is she consistent? Yes. Does she tip well? Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have those standout moments where you feel like that those kind of accommodations are appropriate.
Because hair is different than lashes.
Yeah.
My only pushback with that is like I've had that situation happen where a client wanted to reschedule based on finances. And so my thought is like, it's going to be too hard for me to get you back in. So go ahead and come, and then whenever you get it, shoot it to me. Because that way, and you know, of course, whatever on their birthday, whatever little discounts they're getting throughout the throughout the year, that's something totally separate.
But
because we don't have paid vacation. We don't have. I mean, we don't have any of these things that we're paying our full tax benefit. I mean, you know, our full 15%.
Yes.
We don't have the other things that where I can't really take a loss like that.
No.
Yeah. So, well, yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
That's what I mean when I say hair and lashes is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes along with my like idea of like who I am as far as like we talk about passion and purpose, right? My thing is pouring into people. So I just feel like with young girls like that, and she has never done this or whatever, I just feel like sometimes being a blessing and to the right people.
Yeah.
To the right people.
Yeah.
Goes a long way.
Yeah.
So
you're right. I see it both ways.
Yeah.
You know, I get your perspective.
Yes.
And the gesture is on
it's
point.
grand.
It's grand because it's like if you don't have money to do this,
it's not blood you giving out.
Yeah, like there are some
it's not
other
food.
things you
Yeah,
might
that
should
you're
be
getting
focused
out.
on right now.
Yeah.
I totally get it though. I guess
I
Because
get it, but it's still
it's not a necessity. It
It's
would be different if it was
still
something that you
eyelashes.
No, it's not a
needed. But I know you said hair is different. You feel like
Yeah.
hair is a
the
necessity.
reason why I feel like hair is different is just because of how I was raised.
For sure.
It
Yeah.
was like, you know, you don't have to have the most money. You don't have to have the most expensive
Yeah.
outfit.
need to
But
look
like
neat
how my
and
mom used to
presentable.
like be like, as long as my kids have nice shoes on, clean clothes, and their hair is done,
Yeah.
then I'm doing what I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
doing. You don't have to be walking around in Gucci and gold, but you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just impartial to that, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you. Not to say we're not girls, but you are a girls, and I think certain things pull to your heartstring a little bit more in what you can do. I get fearful sometimes of things becoming a standard for me.
Yeah, people
You know
taking
what I mean?
advantage of that.
Well, not
Yeah.
taking advantage, or just,
People
just
do,
having
though.
an
They do, though.
expectation.
That's taking advantage.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying.
Because the next time you text me, you're going to be like, I ain't really got.
Yeah. So more of my thing is I usually handle it like Ash does.
Yeah.
And it's like if it
then
clears in your account on Thursday,
Yeah.
I would rather still see you on Tuesday than try to work that out.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a hour appointment,
Yeah.
and it's literally just a wash and straight in.
I know.
It's
I
just
guess
time.
in
You
the-
ain't getting no
That's
Michael
why-
Links.
it's still only an hour because of all of your expertise and all
Right.
of your time and all that you've invested.
Yeah.
And
That's
to
true.
make
And it's
sure
like
an
having
hour
like fairness.
So don't make it less
product.
better
Right, yeah.
because it only take you an hour.
Yeah.
You still great. You got him in and out in an hour.
Yeah.
That's a
And then
test.
like fairness for me, I guess would be a thing. Like I want to be
Who do
able
you
to
get the call?
right that part, but also these clients communicate with one another. Not that you would tell someone that because maybe there's some
Yeah,
shame
yeah,
involved,
yeah.
but just being able to so that I can feel good about myself. It's like, okay, well, I did it for her. Do I need to? You know what I mean? Like my own integrity would feel that
wouldn't.
question.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't.
Yeah.
That's
like
where
just
I
being
kinda draw the
consistent.
line.
So I just keep it black and white.
I did it for one.
Yeah.
God gonna bless me tenfold on that
Yeah.
one time.
Bless him.
What I do for one, I'm typically gonna do for all.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta keep it light.
That's why I gotta keep it light.
Yeah. Light and tight. I'd be like, I did my one.
Cause they all, you know what I mean?
That's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially this carefully curated clientele that
Yes.
we
Yes.
have now.
Yeah.
Like ladies, we reflect a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I couldn't even see them.
Cause you're all pouring into my business the same. I'm pouring into you guys the same.
And a give.
For sure.
There's a huge difference between
yeah.
an ask and a give.
More
Yeah.
If I versus
just
you
I.
asking.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that to me.
Don't never do
because that's
that.
actually pretty offensive. But anyway,
Yeah.
I
And
digress.
especially if
Or
you
what
got
about
to ask, you better ask before you get here, guys.
What about
Literally.
have you ever had a client mention it?
Right.
On the
or
phone.
not. Look, or not. Get to register.
But
And
also too, what I find in the issue with your particular client, it was like you told me what I was going.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, well, I got this.
she told you.
And I said,
Oh, okay.
you should have seen me. I grabbed my phone. I went straight to the calculator. I said,
Yeah.
well, what is that equal? I was a mathematician.
Oh, you did it in front of her, or you
Well,
waited
she
till
was
she was
already
already
laying
taped down?
down.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
started doing my calculation, and then I started my timer, and I went.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy because I had way more time blocked off for her appointment, but I just sat there. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no freaking way.
No freaking way.
I ain't never. I got this, so do what you
I
can
ain't
do.
never had that.
I said, holy crap.
That's that thing about you being short.
That's
be
why-
trying to kid.
No, I've had.
They do.
Yeah.
I've had the.
It's
I don't
one of
have
those
enough
things.
of money. Did I tell you about that story?
What was that?
I've gotten the. You finish the full service, and then she's like,
Oh.
I thought there was this amount. I don't have any more money.
Ever?
What
In
about-
life?
What about if you had
Somebody just sent it to you?
you had a cancellation, right? And so this person was waiting on a slot. So I reach out to them the night before. Hey, I got the slot. It just became available. Whoop de whoop. So I'm like, they accepted it. So the next day, get to the appointment, and before I start, I'm like, hi, ma'am, I need to run to the restroom really quick, and then I'll come grab you. Hey, I had wanted to let you know I had finished up my Christmas shopping the day before I got here.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't got me. Like, you just confirmed.
So
the
it's free.
gift.
She
What
don't have
about
no
my
money at
Christmas?
all. You don't have no money at all.
No, she was just wondering if she could come back and bring it like a few days later. But I was like,
What'd you do?
Yeah.
You just confirmed this
Yeah.
last
Be
night.
You didn't say
upfront.
no.
No,
I'm not-
exactly.
you didn't even have to tell me you didn't have money. You just said I'm not able to make
And if
it.
you right or ask.
Or hey,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you to get me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But don't say it in my face. So
Yeah.
I definitely did it. And
I'm just like my mind's going back to that event of when that happened to me. I just couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either.
Like you were.
Because what do you
sitting-
do in that
Because
moment?
it was
What
like
service was
it
it?
was.
It happens a lot though
It was
in
extension
here, right?
Yes, and I just watched the videos. A girl cut. You saw
always
that?
watch a video. she cut
She
them
cut the
twists
braids.
out.
Yeah, and she was on the phone with the police.
Yeah, yeah.
ma'am.
I'm always like, what is the mindset?
It was an extension
That is
service.
theft.
It was an
Like
extension
taking-
service with the extensions.
So you were supposed to be paid double.
Yeah,
Oh,
and all she
man.
had was money for the service. She's like, oh, I thought it was this.
You thought it's the was
It was
included?
very clearly
It
written
says
out.
it
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
What do you mean you thought that was all?
So how did
inclusive?
that end? Like, what was the?
Listen, I had enough because that was like a couple weeks after the situation when the lady didn't tell me that she had a relaxer in her hair. And remember, I was new on my own, so I was just like, this cannot be happening to me.
Yeah.
So I was more stern, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you're gonna have to figure it out because you're not able to leave with it in
Right.
your hair, or I'm going to remove it.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna have to try to call somebody to help you with this funds because
Yes.
you can't leave with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not playing with you ladies anymore.
No
Women.
games
play.
being played.
So yeah, she got it cashed out
Yeah.
from somebody and was able to. But I feel like she had it
Who
the
would
whole
that
time.
work on?
Right,
though?
who would that work on? I only had a girl try me one time. And matter of fact, she was a referral of a really loyal client.
Oh my god!
And when she wanted to go downstairs, I just didn't trust it from the jump.
To go downstairs to do what?
She wanted to go
look into my car?
downstairs and yeah, one of those. And I was like staring, like I didn't even say anything. I'm staring at her, look
You
at her
gave her
purse.
the Ashley stare.
Staring at her, look at her purse. Like, don't even think about this purse. Like, you just gotta be willing to leave.
You better leave that motherfucker right
And she
here.
did. She was downstairs. I mean, it was over an hour. I had another appointment.
An hour.
She was like trying to figure something out. She ended up coming through with it. She was downstairs on the phone, I guess.
Imagine that stress.
I had another
Why
client
not
come
do
in. I
that?
said, just, text me when you're on the way back up. Yeah. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have that all sorted out before you got here?
Oh my gosh.
Surely did. And it just felt, you can feel it a lot of times. Yeah.
You do.
Did you communicate with the client who referred her?
I don't even think so. Because I just didn't really know what their relationship was. Yeah.
It could be embarrassing.
Yeah, and maybe the client gave me like a kind of heads up. Like she be, you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't.
That was not okay.
Yeah.
People crazy.
So aside from managing relationships with, clients and keeping it professional and, making sure the lines are drawn, you have to be considerate about colleagues as well.
Oh, 1,000%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Who I personally feel like what stands out to me because I work in a solo space is other beauty professionals that may do what I do or just may be in the industry. I don't absolutely run my shop the way you do.
Right. Yes.
I don't run
and don't
my
come
studio.
in here with those expectations.
Yeah,
right.
And like if you are laxed on something, don't expect me to be. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so that can get a little crazy sometimes being held to however you hold your standards, but usually they learn pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But it can be a little bit of a back and forth kind of energy throw.
Yeah, I had a beauty professional drive up from Columbus, Georgia recently, and I was just like, I love you. Like, she just was so respectful in my space. She didn't have that type of mindset. It was like, oh, you want me to do this? You want to do that? And also, too, she wasn't kind of like looking like, oh, I do this when I.
Right.
Like, even with, I'm saying with her service as well. You know what I mean? She was just so professional, so polite, so sweet. But also, too, she was a lady, she was a little bit older, so more experienced stylist. So it's like she just came with the I love you and I'm going to respect your space.
Yeah, you don't want to be that client.
Yeah.
I just told my girl the other day, we were walking down the hall, the girl that does my hair, she works in the building with me. And she's like, I was like, what Saturday are you working this month? She was like, I ain't working no Saturday this month. And so I was like, all right. She was like, what you need? I'm like, I don't want to be that client. I'm going to go online.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want to be that client. I do my best to be so smooth with her because I know how annoying it can be.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
1,000%.
Yes.
I try to remain with that level of respect in every service, in every appointment, in everything, because I've been on the receiving end. Not even if it's in my beauty services. It's booking, it's communicating with people.
Yeah.
It's like always I want to be, I may be a homegirl, but I'm always communicating with you like I respect your time and your business and your money, like always, because I always want to be, considered in that way too. Like in whatever realm that you do.
Yeah.
I guess one of the things,
except for with me, no, just
right? Except for with you.
Look,
Amy,
I'm lying.
No.
I'm not about to start with
So working in a salon suite, I guess we don't necessarily have co-workers, but we have colleagues in the building, other people that work our neighbors. That is one thing that I have to draw a boundary. And I think sometimes it gets misconstrued as maybe like I'm not social or whatever. It's just like, first of all, my appointments are every 15 minutes. For one.
No breaks.
And the client is down with her eyes closed. So this is not a you can walk in my studio type vibe. So I do keep it very short and sweet with the people in the building. I'm always cordial. I'm always speaking first, but I make sure that we're not crossing those because a lot of times I see them, fraternizing all day with each other. And it's like, I'm not standoffish. I'm here to work.
It's a different type of environment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm here to
and
work.
it's just uncomfortable when your eyes are taped down and you don't know the other
Absolutely.
person.
My clients are just not used to it.
No.
They've just never experienced
it. It's just super uncomfortable.
It is.
Like my purse is across the room.
Ooh, that part.
And I don't know this other person that's in the room. I don't know what y'all could be doing.
Absolutely.
Y'all could be making fun of me with my eyes taped down.
Anything.
People are insecure in that way. Who knows?
Absolutely.
And also too with us, as soon as you feel that insecurity, what you gonna do?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, let me tell you something that happened to my client. She was like, girl, you're not even gonna believe this happened. So she has her eyes taped down. She usually is the last appointment for the lady because she works. She's a 9-to-5er, so she gets off at 6. So she takes a 7 p.m. appointment. Her eyes are taped down. The lady is doing her appointment, whatever. There's a banging at the door. Okay. Because at this point, she works in a salon. So the salon's closed. She's, this is her, they're her and there and there. They're in her and there. I couldn't even get it out. The story is so good.
her in there.
And they're in a private room in the salon. So there's banging at the door. So obviously the person really wanted to get into the salon. So she was like, oh, give me a second. Now she says she did feel the lash artist texting like above her head or whatever.
Yeah, you can always.
So then she just hears the knocking. So she goes and she opens the door. And so then she just says, like, within 30 seconds, she hears a boom, 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 boom.
It's domestic.
You got me. It's domestic.
It's domestic, yeah.
And so your eyes are taped down. So
Yeah.
she said the first thing she could think about was trying to rip the tape off of her eyes.
So she can get out of
And
there.
she's trying to see whatever.
Yeah.
So she says she slams the door closed because
She
I
not
don't know
on-
what's going I don't know what's happening. I don't know if y'all just having a regular argument
Right.
or if he's going to kill this person.
Yeah.
God forbid. And then he comes and gets me because he knows that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in here, whatever. So she says she just fiddles for her phone. She calls 911.
Yeah.
And then literally when she finally busted in the door, because there was no lock on the door, she was just all bruised and bloody.
See, and I just, God
There's
forbid.
no way.
God forbid. And my girls that, not my hot girls, but like my hot girls, they're coming there with dripping, you know what I mean? Drip.
Yeah.
I always had that thought, like, not even just a domestic situation, but someone that's followed you
Robbery,
here. I'm
yeah,
like, these girls, you know, some of my girls are like,
They're girls.
you walking around with the, you know what I mean? Anybody
Yeah,
could be
you see it all the
following.
time.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what am I going to do in that situation? Like,
Yeah.
I always think about that.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
And that's why I love my building, because it's high
What?
security.
What I'm going to do?
You don't remember that guy who came through my...
I do
What
remember
happened?
I
that
had a whole standoff.
with that client.
I thought I was going to have to help.
So a client's partner?
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know what she took or what happened or what went down, but he was at the window. And so when he came to the window, you know,
So
instinctively.
she's taped down.
Yeah, she's on the bed. I didn't have her eyes completely taped at that
Okay.
time. And so he's standing at the window and he's looking in. So initially I was just like, oh, your dude is there. So I opened the door and I grab it. I open the door and he walk in, he slow walk. And they just stand there. She's on the bed. She sits up. He's standing there. And I'm like, oh, my God. What did I just do?
What are we doing?
So it's a stare down. And I'm thinking, Lord, don't fight in here. And then if he fights her, I have to jump in. Because I didn't know what was
To
about to
defend
go
her,
down.
yeah.
So they end up having whatever exchange of words. And then he got out. And I closed the door. And she was like, oh, my God. Oh my God. And then she called her mom. She was on the phone with her mom.
Uh-huh.
And then she was basically like, I got to get out of here. And I was like, okay, cool. So the way where he was parked, it was like in a handicap spot. And I could see out of my studio that he was still out there. And I was like, well, where you go? And so I had to sneak her out the back door so she could run out. It was like no lashes. So then what was so crazy is the salon across the hall knew my client. She was like...
Why is it a laugh?
She was like, she probably took something from him, or stole something from him, and he, found out about it.
And so
it was a
This ain't the
mess.
place.
I was so
oh
scared.
my
I was
gosh.
newer to the building. I was like, man, y'all not about to show out in front of these
White people.
not in here.
Not happening.
And I'm gonna have to
I will
help.
not be that girl.
Please, I will not be the one. It was so crazy.
That's why I love my building, because it's such it's security. It's
Yeah.
security. Like you got to get buzzing twice,
Yeah.
baby.
No, and it was. There's a front desk person at the thing,
But they
it's
wouldn't know, especially if you came in super nice and pleasant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just wild. I don't have any kind of wild things like that happening these days. But back in the day,
When you was a
taking
starter,
everybody,
yeah,
taking everybody, taking everybody. I was
you hadn't established the actual brand like elevated, because
Heck
you had.
no, I was just
you were
taking it.
beginning, yeah.
Girl, it was a mess.
So how do you hold that boundary, those boundaries separating like business from personal with an employee?
Clear communication.
Man, just basically that clear communication and just being consistent with it.
What?
Being consistent in that communication, basically standing on what you say, being the person that you are requiring them,
Facts.
to be, so there's not a conflict of although your jobs may differ, so you might have to do things that I may not have to do or whatever, but just being clear and concise and not moody and just kind of being consistent.
Yeah.
And I think, again, it, like how we said if you were a client and you were developed into that friendship space, it's because you did something.
Exactly. You
whatever. It
graduated
was
to
genuine.
it.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the same for that employee as well. Like if you transition into that friend space, it's because everything in the business is going perfectly
all
fine.
Already
lines
100%.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yes.
So
and I can let my hair down and breathe and have
and you know
those
the difference.
And you know the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
So aside from that too, is a sign that I feel like a colleague or an employee can be a friend is if they put in a lot of work for that business as well. So teamwork makes the dream work. That means that you're dependable. I can depend on you outside of from like what your normal requirements are. It's like if you go above and beyond for me, you show up in that way, then I know that you're a good person.
Yeah, you're invested in it.
Yes,
That's exactly what I was about to say, because it's something about your communication and your selling point to make them feel a part of a greater goal.
Yes,
for sure. Good.
Yes.
Like if you can make people feel a part of like the bigger vision for this business.
Yes.
And communicate that clearly and define those roles clearly. Yeah, you can have that win-win type of work.
And still being able to like leave the personal stuff at the door.
Yes.
Handle business.
I think we mastered that. Ashley and I working together, we literally mastered
that. Yeah.
Once we clocked in the next morning at 9, it didn't matter.
It was like almost like 2 different relationships.
And but also aside from it being 2 different relationships, it needs to be 2 different types of conversation too.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like 2
knowing how we talked about. I remember which episode it was, but reading the room, knowing how to read the room. When you got somebody who knows how to read the freaking room, it changes everything. It elevates the relationship, the professional relationship, and the personal relationship.
And just like having that respect, like although we are working together, this is still you know what I mean, depending on what the role is. It's like this is, you still have to have that level of respect, regardless of how close the relationship is outside of work.
Do you think that element, that level of respect or whatever, is lost in some of these like working relationships now?
I do.
Like what made that such a priority for us in coming up? And it's just respect in whatever somebody has established or whatever. Even
people don't know how to compartmentalize. They don't know how to separate the two. It's like, and then it's also like they see you as leadership, right? Someone, I'm just thinking of someone that we know, and it's like, I know all these personal things about you. You ain't. I think people start getting in their head like, I know personal stuff about you. How you be my boss? Like, you ain't. And it's like,
who cares?
Exactly.
Exactly. But who cares?
My personal life could be in shambles. I'm still running this shit. Exactly.
I'm still your
supervisor. Your direct,
direct supervisor. So don't play with me. And I'm still running this thing.
Period.
So don't play with me.
Because I'm great at this.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Other shit.
I'm all I got. But this,
right? And you're not so much. You're not great at this.
Right.
Maybe you got your personal life together, but you work for me.
Yeah. And that's not a slight.
It's not a slight. We all playing a role.
We all started somewhere. We all started somewhere.
Absolutely.
Why does everybody have to be? It's just those roles and all of that stuff.
It's titles.
Yes.
It's titles that mean so much to people.
Yep.
But without the work, though.
That's
they just
the part.
want the title.
That's the part.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yes. Mutual respect.
That's a great one.
Yeah, mutual respect. So even as a supervisor, boss, leader, business owner, whatever, you still have to respect your colleagues, your employees, your clients in the same way, right?
Yep.
So it's just the mutual respect that gets you to that personal space.
Yep.
Truly and honestly. I don't care if you know 10 terrible things about me.
Yeah, no.
You know all the details and the past and all the
So mutual respect.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about this one.
Okay.
Self-care and boundaries.
So boundaries are self-care. It's like the biggest form of self-care.
That was a good one. You gotta slow down on that one.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
Boundaries are self-care.
Yeah, it's like the most important form of it. If you're not honoring yourself, honestly, you're teaching people how to treat you.
Yes.
So without establishing clear boundaries in friendships and business relationships or, colleague relationships, like if you can't articulate how it is you need to be treated, or if you can't show people the correct way to handle your business with respect, talk to your clients properly in your absence, like if you can't convey those messages properly, like you're doing yourself a disservice and you're not honoring yourself, which is going to be detrimental for your business, your brain, your peace. You're not going to have peace in your personal life because you're going to be stressing about the business stuff. So it's very, very clear. All of this stuff works simultaneously. Like you gotta conquer it all. You may not conquer it all at the same time, but you gotta be able to set clear boundaries. Something as simple as like, I have a start time, I have an end time, I have an end time to when I will be communicating on the phones. They might seem like the most minor details, but if you don't have them set in place, people don't know how to communicate with you, and then you start building like a resentment
Yes.
towards them versus handling your business. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a full circle. Like, you have to teach people how to respect you, how to honor you in your business, whether they're clients or colleagues. So you might as well just start now. Like, that is one of the things that I feel like would have propelled me in business way further without exhausting me.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
It's like step one to being able to do that.
Step one to real success. I felt successful while I was working, even if I was burning out, because I was seeing the monetary gain.
Yes.
And that was like that small, superficial little like bug or whatever. But true success in my business was when I was like, oh, it's still sunlight out and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look, those minor things is like, oh,
for sure,
this is success. I can leave here and catch something without racing before they close.
Yes,
you know?
personal well-being. If we're gonna put a title to it, it's personal well-being.
So I think that, do you have to reach a certain level within your success or your journey to recognize that that is the true success?
I don't think you have to, but I think that's just how it works.
I think that's a natural progression, because money is typically the goal first.
The initial, absolutely. Like, you got the business has to make sense.
Unless you're like, you've been afforded the opportunity to not worry about money, and you've been able to like work on all your stuff. And then you go into the fields of entrepreneurship. But most of the time, the first goal is going to be financial. So
I was wondering, because I'm like, bro.
No, that's the truth.
That's the truth. Like, even like when I used to like be running from clients, just booking trips just to not necessarily enjoy the vacation, but just rather not be here than just say no. I don't even know that I enjoyed that success that much until I was able to completely. I don't even know if I enjoyed that success that much. Until I was able to clearly identify and not be running from. Like people.
But there's stages of what we consider success too. You know what I mean? Like you said at the beginning, it's financial.
It's constantly changing.
The next step would be consistency in the business. The next step would be just the freedom in the business. Like, there's always different stages, and things always,
are changing.
Because
you're constantly evolving.
And the feeling and the emotions behind it is recycled. But ultimately, you want to make sure that we are understanding what a personal and professional relationship looks like and feels like. And again, creating those boundaries and knowing how to streamline.
Meaning? Say it.
I lost my thought.
Because I'm like, I don't know.
I didn't know what I wanted to be. I was about to start blabbering any goddamn thing.
I'm like, meaning what?
Yeah. So you meant like you were saying like automating. Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Having things work for them. Is that where you were going?
Well, it's like when you first have this experience and you have a conflict with somebody that you brought over from professional to personal, and then you have these conflicts or whatever, and then you learn in that moment how you don't want to do things or how you should do things,
and how you handle it the next time.
How you handle it the next time. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yes.
Yeah.
So another one of the benefits that I had in working in a salon setting, a salon setting before stepping out on my own, was that a lot of the people who would have been like already crossing over into that personal and professional had to start out with me with a boundary. And those are some of my best friends, right? So they already had a boundary kind of set up in how we dealt with each other, because there was a front desk manager. They didn't check out with me. They set up everything through them. So being able to exercise certain things on them easily, because they were introduced to me as a lash professional. In that way, that got easy. But something along the lines of me stepping out on my own and taking all of these calls and taking all of these texts started blurring it a little bit. But if I go back to my roots, I always had a boundary set. And I should have not, I shouldn't have wavered from that at all.
Even having like the virtual assistant.
It's a trial and error.
It is.
It's trial and error.
Even having like the virtual assistant handle the phones creates a level of boundary too.
Or if she would have immediately went into online booking.
Well, which neither of us did.
Exactly. But I didn't understand it. Because my lash mentor didn't
do that.
So it was even conceptualizing the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And how to like block off the times that I just, it was above
but
my
like
understanding.
like I always say, you know,
But that boundary
those lessons
is
set you up.
necessary.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's necessary. Yeah. So I mean, listen, you guys want to add anything? I have nothing else to say.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Anything
No, I got
else you want to
nothing.
add to it?
I mean, no, just other like you are a entrepreneur. You're also a person. You
Yeah.
know, like you are that. You are also this, and
You can be
you
two
got to be
things
able
at
to juggle
And
both.
you can shift. It's nothing wrong with changing. Like, notify people properly, obviously, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let people know in a timely manner and, like, you know, just don't wake up and change things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you are allowed to shift along this journey. If something doesn't feel right in this moment and you need, now you need these days off because a certain family member needs, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, just communicate properly.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody blurs those lines, they start to blur those lines, just communicate like, hey, this is not how we do things.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Hey.
And they typically get it. The type of women that we're working with now,
though.
if they do, because I had a situation, I think I said it as one of my issues a couple of weeks ago, one of my side eyes.
Yes, you did.
But immediately her response, because I reached out right away. She gave me my personal number.
Yes, yes.
I reached out right away through text. Her response was not defensive. It was very much
Because she's that
apologetic.
girl. She
Yeah, because she
understands.
understood like that was you know what I mean? I
That was a
violated. I
foul.
asked for this phone number and I done gave it away.
Yeah.
And then at our next appointment, she reiterated, I separated your numbers. You're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the girls that we're dealing with now,
You know, you
it's not going to happen
appreciate that so much
often.
more.
And when it does happen,
Yeah.
they
Absolutely.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I
All right,
appreciate
ladies.
you. Like, never
Thank
giving
you.
me no flack about, like, it being weird, like, that we talk all the time and when I just need to text you on the
Yeah,
business
about
line.
business.
Yeah, I
okay.
love it.
You've always texted me on the business line, on my
Yeah.
personal line.
Yeah, but
But
I'm
that's because I know that's how I initiated it for you to come get
Yeah.
services from me.
Yes.
That's why I was being funny when I said that.
But I
earlier.
didn't even know you had a separate business line. So.
No, but that's how I initiated.
Oh, our
because-
contact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
contact, because I know how your schedule works.
Yes,
So
and we're trying to figure this out.
I'm trying to figure it out for you. So I
Yes.
know that you can't come at 2 p.m. So
Yes.
it's a lot different than me being able to move my schedule around
Yes.
versus you moving your schedule around.
Makes
so
sense.
I would rather you communicate with me on my personal because
We need to get it
it's
quicker.
off the books.
Yes.
Right.
Anyway.
It's after hours. And that's why we
after hours.
communicate.
Anyway.
Yes,
Separately.
because it's off
Yes.
the
Yeah.
books.
Yes.
So
It's off the books.
I'm not doing you around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a work day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Makes
exactly.
sense.
So
Praise him. We got clarity.
all right,
girls.
you guys.
We hope this was helpful.
You know, seriously.
Definitely. I
Yes.
think so.
These
It
is
was.
all kind of like, you know, nuanced topics. And we deal with women, so a lot of these stuff be so emotionally driven. But like, if you just could say the things, it'll alleviate a lot of your stress.
Yes, I
Because
agree.
we've had enough for everybody.
For sure. You're not in this alone. At all.
Period.
We've done it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you again for subscribing to our channel. If you have already, listened. I can't believe you watched a whole episode and did not
And,
subscribe.
right, it's a
If
little
you haven't
bitty button.
subscribed, like what's the tea? Like what's going on? Why are we
What's
not doing
tea?
that?
Boop,
Yes.
boop.
So like, comment, subscribe, and share to others because again, we want to grow GTGI. We are.
And we want to keep elevating
Yes.
the type of content and the type of shows that we bring to you.
Yes, and we will start back with our guest episodes, and so we want to know who should we have on our next episode.
Yeah.
And like, what kind of entrepreneurs would you be interested
and
in
what kind
hearing
of
from?
topics? What kind of topics? What do you want us to talk
The
about?
more we grow, the better content we're able to bring you.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, girls.
All right,
I
ladies.
love
See you
you.
next time for episode 27.
Bye.
27.
Bye.
Hey girl, thanks for listening. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.